I recently knocked 35 minutes off my marathon PB with a time of 3 hours, 37 minutes in Mallorca. What really set this marathon apart from my previous one was my understanding of the different types of running sessions I was doing during my training. There's only 3 types of run you need to be doing, and once you know the benefit to each one, your training becomes so simple and your marathon time or any other distance will improve. If you're not doing these sessions the way they're meant to be done, then you won't get the full benefit, or it might even be detrimental. So stick with me and I'll explain everything. As I said before, once you know the purpose to each run, it makes training so much more simple and a lot more enjoyable as well, because you actually start to see real progress. So we're going to start off by talking about easy runs or zone 2 training, and these are called easy runs because they're so easy to get wrong. So obviously with your easy runs you're meant to run slow, but I don't think people realize how slow you're actually meant to run. They still end up going way too fast. They're in zone 3 and all what they're doing, it just becomes junk miles. So the main purpose of an easy run is to build an aerobic base, and to do that you need to be in heart rate zone 2. So when I was training for the Madrid Marathon earlier in the year, I was running way too fast during my easy sessions. I didn't really know about heart rate zones or zone 2 training at the time, and this all became quite detrimental to my body. I wasn't building a proper aerobic base like I should have been doing. My legs were never fully recovered by the time the next run rolled around, which was usually an intense long run or speed work. So 70% of our training should be easy zone 2. And what you'll notice over the weeks, months and years of doing this, your average pace at that same specific heart rate zone that you're running at will gradually go up. So when it comes to these easy runs, the most important thing is to figure out where exactly your zone 2 is, because everyone's different. If you want a full in-depth understanding of zone 2 training, I have a video up above here. So when you head out for your easy runs, the main thing you should be looking at on your watch isn't your pace or your time, it's your heart rate. And you should be making sure you're staying in that specific range. Discipline yourself to stay in that zone and don't let ego take over. If it's really hot out or you're running uphill, then just slow down and don't risk spiking over into zone 3. So for me personally, I like to aim for around 140 BPM or lower during my easy runs. And I like to do the same route each week as well, so I can see my average pace improve week by week. So next we're going to move on to long runs, and they're basically a combination between zone 2 and zone 3. So the zone 2 long runs are essentially going to be the same as the easy ones, just a lot longer. So this is obviously going to help build that aerobic base, also really increase the mileage in our legs. These are probably my least favorite type of run, as I run alone and they do get quite boring and drag on a bit. If you're in a similar situation where you're doing these by yourself, then I recommend just putting on a podcast or an audiobook. So the rest will come in the form of hilly and progressive long runs, and these are perfect for practicing our race pace. This is the closest you're going to get to running the actual marathon. So I do recommend practicing with all the fuel and gear and trainers and everything that you intend to use on race day. Here's an example of my upcoming long run on Sunday. It's only 12k because I'm only training for a 10k race at the minute, but it's a progressive long run, which means the paces gradually increase as the race goes on. And these are really good for marathon training. Obviously, it would just be a lot longer than 12 kilometers. When training for a marathon, the long runs are the most important, so you really need to make sure they're your priority. So when I was training for Mallorca, I'd done a 36 kilometer hilly progressive, and this really gave me the confidence to go on and smash my marathon time. So when you look at your training plan and you see those runs that look really daunting, or you know they're going to be a challenge, really lock in and focus on them, because they're the ones that give you the self-belief to go on and achieve what you want in your race. So the last type of run is my favorite, and this is speed work. So speed sessions are things like interval training, hill sprints, and tempo runs. The objective here is to push up to or even beyond your threshold. But the problem is most people don't even get close to that. To get faster, you need to know where your threshold is and then push up to or beyond it so that your body can adapt to faster paces. This is why, in my opinion, a heart rate monitor is so crucial. It gives you accurate data in real time, and you'll know exactly where your limit is while you're running. The amount of times I've gone out running and I think, oh, I'm not really feeling it, I'm struggling. And then I look down and see what heart rate I'm at. I've realized I've actually got a lot more in the tank. So the goal of interval training is to push past your threshold in bursts and then recover. This is so the body learns to clear lactic acid quicker, and then essentially allows us to run faster and hit faster paces. Similar with hill repeats, they're going to help us push past our threshold, but they're also going to strengthen and condition our legs to running a lot faster uphill. And then finally, there are tempo sessions, which are done in that sweet spot just below your threshold, where it's really uncomfortable, really painful, but just about sustainable. And these runs will allow you to run in those faster paces for a lot longer. Here's an example of a tempo run that I've done recently, and it was really challenging, but it was a really good run. It's probably the best run I've had throughout this whole training session. And it's given me the confidence now to go on and hit a PB on my next race, which is Telford 10K in 2 weeks' time. So now you've got a good understanding of all the different types of training sessions that you can do. You can put it into a plan and create your own running plan. If you want a custom-made training plan just for you, then I recommend just downloading and using the Runner app. This is what I use, and since I've used this, it's actually helped me a lot more in my running journey. But that's everything for this video. If you found this helpful, please drop a like and subscribe. Thank you.